We're underway. Won't have a chance to return this one. Jeremy Hill, the lone setback. Flag on the field immediately. This one complete to Brandon LaFell for about 9 yards.
Offside, number 55, defense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
On 2nd and 1, the give to Hill. Had some blocking. Gets the corner. Tyler Boyd in motion. And the give to Jeremy Hill. Picks his way for a couple. Take it out for about 4, just short of midfield. Right side out of the backfield. Play action. Dalton under pressure. Had the ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Was looking across the middle of the field. 3rd down and 6. Dalton with enough time to move it to A.J. Green into Chiefs territory and down inside the 42-yard line in front of Phillip Gaines. With LaFell in motion. The give to Mixon. Stutter steps in the backfield. Not much there. That side. Dalton rolls. Throws on a comeback. Got a flag. A.J. Green with the completion.
Pass interference, number 18, offense. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
On the Bengals side of the field, 2nd and 20 from the 48. Down the middle. Knocked away, incomplete, looking for LaFell, but Marcus Peters got his hand up, read the route well. Dalton may have got them to jump, didn't he?
Yep, I think they got 5.
Middle of the field, and they got A.J. Green inside the 30. And that would be enough for a first down as he loses his helmet.
Number 55, defense, penalties declined. Play results in a first down.
Did I say 30? Jeremy Hill has to sidestep again. He may have only gotten 1 down to the 29. Dalton under pressure. And he'll just get rid of it. Goes wide right. LaFell wide left, and now Boyd motions out wide left. Dalton middle of the field, and A.J. Green just dropped it. 47-yard attempt for Bullock. Plenty of leg and right down the middle. Bengals are on the board first. A Green in the open field that ended the drive. Ends in a 47-yard field goal by that man, Randy Bullock, who sends it out of the end zone. Alex Smith at quarterback. And the give. Welcome home to the Princeton boy, Spencer Ware.
We're reading about him and hearing about him, and here he is running back in the NFL. No surprise.
The inside give across the 30. 3rd down and 2 from the 33. The give to Kareem Hunt. It's close, but he got it across the 35-yard line. New set of downs for the Chiefs.
Really showcase what you can do, and here it is. Denard and Jackson, so they'll get a chance in Fedulum.
We give to Hunt. Smith to throw down the middle of the field. Boy, did he laid that one out perfectly. Inside the 30-yard line. He got it to Travis Kelce, but Sean Williams makes the tackle.
Wow, nice protection by that Chiefs offensive line. A little pressure there by Michael Johnson late, but what a nice throw to Kelce. Just laid it in there.
Smith under pressure. Gets out of it twice and takes a slide back at the line of scrimmage. Out of the backfield, Kareem Hunt. Give him 5. They'll take it down to the 20. Out of the backfield to Hunt. Bengals chasing, won't get him. It's going to be 1st and goal, Kansas City. Hunt the lone setback on 1st and goal from the 8. They give right side. Looking for the end zone. Flag down on the field. Looks like we may have a hold as he's dropped inside the 3.
Number 59.
Number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Smith looking for Conley on a quick hit. Out of the backfield to Hunt. Made the first one miss. Down to the 10-yard line. Wilson in the slot left side. Smith, middle of the field. Bengals stop it. Ficken. Pick is up and good. Shorter than an extra point, and we are all knotted up. It's 3:18 to go in the first, tied at 3. Sam Ficken to kick. Trey Carson, Alex Erickson back deep. It's Erickson, 8 yards deep. He'll bring it out. Got some room.
There he goes.
It's fun to watch, isn't he? Joe Mixon, the deep back, gets the give. Nothing there. Tyler Eifert motions right side. Dalton under pressure's going down. Alan Bailey, who's been there before, got him this time. Dalton with a quick hit. Joe Mixon has a little make you miss in him. Will Monday back to kick. DeAnthony Thomas waiting on this one. Didn't get it off the side of his foot. He shanked it badly. Wow. The give to Hunt. Makes several miss. Found his way inside the 25 and continues to push all the way down to the 21-yard line. 21. Across the middle of the field, inside the 15-yard line. Demetrius Harris.
Moving the football in the first quarter.
The give, Kareem Hunt. And he is upended. The give goes to him, and the Bengals stack him up.
There you go.
He may have lost yardage. Kelsey in motion. Play action. Throwing out of the backfield. And it's successful. Down to the 6-yard line goes Anthony Sherman. Burfict was on his back. First and goal from the 6. Kareem Hunt stacked up at the 5. Smith. Touchdown. Demetrius Harris.
Another tight end, Demetrius Harris, number 84. Good protection by that offensive line, and not bad coverage by Duron Smith. Duron Smith there is all over him, but he makes a nice catch, and that ball could not be thrown more perfect by Alex Smith.
Up and through, and the Chiefs take the lead with 12:27 to go in the first half.
Cincinnati. I love the city.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me that he's that high. I mean, not only
you want as much feel, and you don't want too much hanging over, and and it's really actually not unusual for kick. Probably why I have foot problems.
Yeah, that might be one of the reasons that you had foot problems. Bengals convert on 2nd and 1, move the chains.
And then I end up in Cincinnati and 13 more years. It's just unbelievable. Real blessing.
Dalton gets out of this one. Throws near side. Found Boyd. And Tyler Boyd goes down and gets it.
For the most part, I like to see some turnovers. It seems like everybody's on long drives.
You know, it's amazing. You listen to Jim talk about the football team, and I'm sure other kickers can talk about it.
Specialist, so I found a job even though I was 5'6".
How about this kid here, Joe Mixon, number 28?
I'll tell you what, he vision.
3rd down and 5 from the 38. Dalton with time now has to scramble under pressure, in trouble. Gets rid of it just before he is taken down. Steps up, throws right on the money down to the 22-yard line. Josh Malone steps up big. The rookie's looking good. And the Chiefs converted on their 4th down on the last drive. Put it into the end zone. Can the Bengals answer? Give straight up the middle, down to about the 19-yard line.
We're done. We're done for today.
You've tightened up, and you got to do calisthenics again, stretching. Stretch yourself out, and then you got to go back there.
Eifert wide to the left, LaFell wide right. On third down, Dalton end zone, looking for A.J. overthrown.
I think he'll do a great job if it's here or wherever it might be.
32-yard attempt, right down the middle. You may have to measure these guys by how far off the middle they are.
Yeah,
Wilson and Thomas back deep. Won't get a chance. Elliott kicks it out of the back of the end zone. C.J. Spiller, the deep back. They give to him right side. Got room. Minter can't get him. He's got a first down. First and 10 from the 37. Mahomes, all kinds of time to throw. And almost threw a pick. Waited a little bit too long, and Nick Vigil had his chance, couldn't grab it. Mahomes again with time, now has to scramble. Takes a slide at the 42. Give him 5, 41. Stack the line, here they come. Vigil can't do it himself out there. And into Bengals territory inside the 45-yard line goes Spiller. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Little bubble screen right side. Wilson makes a couple miss, takes it down to the 35-yard line. Spiller dumped in the backfield. Nice pressure from Vigil, and Kevin Minter dropped him. Down the middle of the field, got enough for a first down. Down to the 31-yard line, they will move the chains, and Tyreek Hill, his first touch. About 3 minutes. New set of downs at the 31. There's Tyreek Hill. Speedster's got it. Got some blocking. And we'll take it for another first down. Inside the red zone. The only player in the NFL to do what he did last year. Inside gives. Spiller again. A couple of early missed tackles. Mahomes
Get him.
under pressure, steps up, scrambles, got room left side, 5, down to the goal line, touchdown.
Number 99. Mahomes doing a nice job getting that football in the pylon right there, stretching out.
Did he stay in bounds? Watch his feet.
Nope. He's out. Yep.
That one's going to come back.
Play will be reviewed.
Crew right there.
After reviewing the play, runner stepped out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 2.5-yard line. Please reset the clock.
They give to Spiller. He is hit, bounces off the first tackler. Get inside the 2.
Defensive lineman.
Oh, Bengals jumped. We got a flag down. Give it to Spiller. He gets down inside the 1.
Offside. Defense half the distance to the goal. Still second down.
Mahomes on play action. Looks end zone. Touchdown. He got Demetrius Harris again for his second touchdown of the night.
So all the focus is usually on Kelsey, number 87. But right there you see him waving his hand wide open. Ball gets there just before Josh Shaw, number 26, gets to the football. The Chiefs doing a nice job selling that run.
He pushed it. And he missed it wide right. Kansas City moved at will. 5 first downs on that drive. 3 possessions for the Chiefs, 3 scores. Thursday night affair with the Texans. A.J. McCarron at quarterback, and Joe Mixon doing what Joe Mixon does. All of that for about 4.5 yards.
Nice time.
O'Carron under pressure, gets out of 1. We'll just dump it. Connection to Erickson. Fighting for the ball. They will call it a completed pass. First down. From the 36. McCarron got Erickson inside the 35-yard line as he steps out of bounds. Beat DJ White again. Remaining in the first half. Karen again, middle of the field. He's got Tyler Boyd. Breaks a tackle. First and goal inside the 10. Still ticking. 8, 7, 6, 5. And they down the football. And now a whistle says the Bengals called timeout. There's 3 seconds left on the clock. When did they call timeout?
McCarron running this 2-minute offense.
Called their third and final team timeout. 30-second timeout. Please reset the clock to 4 seconds.
High snap. Huber got it down. Bullock put it through. And that will take us to halftime. Bullock lets it go. Angles it deep. Thomas thought about it. Takes a knee. Spiller the deep back. Play action. And time for Mahomes. Scrambling now. Dumps out of the backfield. About the 30-yard line. Inside give. Spiller's got room. He'll take it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Mahomes to throw with all kinds of time on a comeback route. Well defended. Nice job by Benet Benwickery on that left side. Spiller again. Bengals ready this time. Gain of 1. 6. Someone jumped, and I believe it was the Chiefs. False start. I think it was Cam Thomas that they got. In game number 1. 3rd and 14 from the 41. Pressure comes. Mahomes, middle of the field. Got enough for a first down. Moved it into Bengals territory with the 44. Possessions tonight. 1st and 10 now from the 44.
Chris Smith, there he comes.
Smith can't get him. Mahomes going to run. Being chased, and he may have gotten about 10. Marquise Flowers tracks him down to the 33-yard line. Pressure coming again. And he finds a way to get rid of it. Mahomes now facing a 2nd and 10. And again to throw. And again with pressure. Hand may have gotten hit, still got rid of it, still got enough to move the chains. From 23. Threw it outside quickly. DeAnthony Thomas. Not wrapping up. Kind of talked about that at halftime, Anthony, how many tackles have been missed. Down a 2nd and 1 from the 14. Mahomes again under pressure. Throws it up for grabs. Marquez Denard ran out of room. Play action. Pressure coming. Mahomes gets out of it. Throws. Complete. First down. Screen. Thomas. End zone. Touchdown.
They're mixing it up so well. They'll play action fake there. Get it out to Thomas right away. He's got nice blockers out in front of him. You have DeMarcus Robinson out there in front of him. Wide receiver catching the football and running. Be a blocker, and they did.
Extra point is good from Ficken.
That down, and Bruce looks at me. I look at him and go, "We're sitting in the wrong position. I should be outside of you." The other way.
On the left side, yeah.
Bengals take the kickoff. We'll bring it out from there, and it doesn't end very well. Bengals will start from their own 13-yard line, and it's McCarron at the controls. Under pressure, throws and lets it go to no one in particular, and the question is, did he have a receiver and did he get out of the tackle box? And I believe we're going to have a flag.
Intentional grounding.
Yep, I guess so.
Offense.
Oh, there's the flag. I didn't see it.
Lost the down.
He drops back under pressure. The season underway last night, huh?
Yes, and you know, we took a tough one on the chin, but again, I was talking to Anthony about this. We're young. We go in waves, you know.
They tackle and played them all well. Of course, good friend of ours, Dave Lapham, they called him the tool. So Kaz has to be tool number 2. So what was your mindset knowing that you could, you know, one play you'd be at center, maybe 4 or 5.
Understanding of the package and what we're trying to accomplish, and you know, early in my career, I'd practice 2 plays at guard. I'd tackle and guard at center, and then the other guard and then the other tackle. And a few times in this first couple of years, I wound up trapping Max Montoya. You know? You go the wrong way, but eventually you settle into position, and then it makes a whole bit of difference when the world slows down.
Eric Murray with the pick on 3rd down from A.J. McCarron. It's the first turnover of the game for the 5th time tonight inside the Bengals red zone. Touchdown.
What every one of their quarterbacks has been able to do whatever they've called them to do, and right here, and primarily, as Kaz knows, when you give that quarterback time, as Bray had right there, plenty of time, and he delivers it. Wow.
Shontavious Jones with the touchdown catch. Ficken with the extra point try. Up and good, and that took all of 5 seconds.
Football will.
Ficken lets it go. This one might be returnable, and is. Jarvion Williams will take it out across the 20. Bruce.
What a holding penalty is. What a contact on a defenseless receiver. It's hard to coach those anymore because you're almost playing in a bubble. The things associated with that used to go on when we were playing. But it's got to be physical. The big guy's got to show up and play every week, or the team can't be successful. And you know, right now our defensive line's not in school all day long teaching, and what a blessing that is. But it's just sometimes it's hard.
On 3rd and 6, McCarron should have enough. Depends on the mark. Lunge. Thomas is back deep. Flag down on the field. Thomas lets it roll. And it takes a nice hop from Monday. Down at the 9-yard line. Hey, Bruce, or someone working against.
Holding number 14 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
They got DeMarcus Robinson.
Faced the Chiefs, it was going to be a good little measuring stick game. You know what type of defense they got. They're pretty good. They ranked one of the best in the league last year. They got a great defensive line, a great front 7, and a good DB over there at Marcus Peters. So we knew coming out they was going to play a lot of one-on-one coverage, and we was going to get a chance to what a receiver dream of, playing on beating one-on-one coverage, and we did that pretty good coming along. When Ross get out there on this field, Josh Malone, me, and Tyler Boyd, we got a lot of good weapons. But the key to any offense, the key to any good team, you know, we came from what I took from there, you know, just hard work, doing my job, making sure everybody accountable, everybody come out here handling their responsibilities. I think our young right guard, he's been making a lot of plays in practice during camp, and he's been pushed by Andre Smith and learning a lot from Andre Smith. But the guys are making a lot of good steps in preseason so far, especially the 2 young defensive ends, and Fisher and Cedric.
Hey, Brandon. Oh,
Chance to just spend a little time with them. Good guy.
Bengals start this drive from their own 41. Trey Carson.
Right, they just don't drive the length of the field and kick a field goal. They've been finishing with 6.
Carson still trying to find room. Bengals aren't busting a whole lot of holes. 3rd and 4. Karen pumps, throws. It is caught. Flag thrown down from deep in the secondary all the way up to midfield. They got Bosby on that one, but Malone. So into Chiefs territory at the 37. Carson finally with some room and almost broke it, but he was tripped up at the 25-yard line. Downs at the 26. McCarron with time going end zone. Caught out of bounds by Josh Malone. Carson looking for room.
Man,
breaks
nice.
Through a nice pile and gets all the way down inside the 22-yard line. are the Bengals, facing a 3rd and 6. Karen under pressure. Rolls out. Looking. Throwing out of bounds. And he puts it through. 38 yards, 3:24 off the clock, ending in that 39-yard field goal from Elliott. This one will not come out.
Football team better.
Tyler Bray back out at quarterback. Kendrick West in the backfield. Gives sides, and it's now 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bray under pressure. They finally got to him. We got a flag down. May have been a hold, but Chris Smith is back there again.
Holding, number 75, offense, penalties decline. 3rd down.
13 from the 22. And we got a whistle and a flag.
False start, number 77, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's 3rd and 18 from the 17. Bray under pressure. Willis missed him, but he went down anyway. I think Willis will get credit with it.
Fielding the dip and make that turn towards the quarterback is very impressive.
Alex Erickson is back. High driving kick, but he will take it to 37. Get it out to across the 42-yard line.
Moments, and the fans, of course.
Bengals on 1st down. Keep it on the ground. Behind Mr. Anthony Munoz.
That's right.
Driscoll at quarterback. And incomplete.
Absolutely. So fans will want to give us a call at the Bengals ticket hotline. Because one of the most
Illegal contact, number 31, defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
all fans will receive an orange rally towel, also sponsored by Fifth Third Bank.
A nice little giveaways. You're going to be else inside the stadium during this celebration?
Absolutely. The Bengals, the first 50th.
Dumped.
Wow.
Driscoll goes down. Flag comes from the secondary. Let's see if the Bengals get saved on this one again.
Holding, number 6, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Press him hard. No, you got it. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe.
Driscoll with a bubble screen. Right side, Alonzo Russell will take it for just a few. Chris Brown near side, the give inside. It just hasn't been a whole lot of running room. Very rare that the Bengals have found any big holes to run through. Downs. That won't be enough.
He's got him.
Complete, and a flag flies.
Coming inside might have.
Pass interference, number 88, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 4th down.
They got Chris Brown. Robinson is back deep. Monday to kick. That's caught from corner.
During the kick,
And holding on the Chiefs.
Every week, rooting them on.
The inside give, and the Bengals trying to hold them deep in their own territory, but the theme of the night is first. Big hole. And Kansas City just keeps doing what they're doing. The latest in the line, Brandon Bell finally able to drag him down.
Well, you talk about being patient, and once he sees the hole, West hits it, and he is big yardage, big, that offensive line. Ryan Glasgow has a little penetration, but he can't quite get West. He's off to the races right there.
West again. Breaking tackles. Down to the Bengals 40.
In addition to that.
Inside give. Divine Redding this time with the inside take, and they'll ready to throw. It is caught inside the 35-yard line. They'll move it inside the 34. And it is knocked away.
Oh, back shoulder, back shoulder.
Gray down the middle. Bengals still looking for their first TD. Shep Driscoll. And another flag on the field.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 78, offense. 15-yard penalty, still first down.
And that one's incomplete. Had to let it go before he wanted to. That complete to Brown. Run out of bounds. It's around the 30-yard line.
In there, 17.
Driscoll under pressure, scrambling, and he'll go down. It has been a frustrating night for the Bengals offense. Will Monday to let this one go. Driving kick. Eric Dieter forced back inside his own 20. Oh, will go down across the 20. They give to West. Cuts back. Nobody here. Off to the races. Flowers tracks him down inside the 30.
West having a pretty good night tonight running the football. Right here, he takes to the right and he sees a big cutback lane. And Marquise Flowers, a linebacker, runs him down.
51-yard gain for Charkandrick West.
Great vision there. Not only the ability to see that, but cut it back.
King is West. 113 on the night as he came into the second half. It has been an off. Inside 3 minutes to play. On second down. Redding. Taken down short of the 25-yard line.
Of course, Nick Vigil, who's been looking good.
On 3rd and 8. Redding. Breaking tackles. Will take it inside the 20, short of the first down. Scored after that. Redding on 4th down. The Bengals will hold them, and for the second time will take over on down. Driscoll deep left side, and it is incomplete. No flags. That one is caught. 28-yard line, juggled and brought back. Carter brings it in, and David Ashbrook, associate producers for Bengals Television. Matty Fennell, Ryan Holmes, Jamie Berkeley, and Scott Simpson. That one falls incomplete on 3rd down. And on 4th down, incomplete. And the Bengals turn it over on downs. Some disappointment that kickers are your players of the game. Kansas City will just run the clock out.
Go out and protect a little bit. So a lot of things we got to take from this game and improve on. Like I said,
and the Bengals, as Anthony said, will move on to a nationally televised game next week against the Washington Redskins. And hopefully with a little better result. They lose to Kansas City 30-12. We will be back to wrap things up in just a moment.